Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gray, and welcome back to another episode of Alpha to Omega. So today I was going to look at a ship that I've been kind of eyeballing. My friends have been loving having me as being the support character. And so I've been trying to think, what could I do that would make them feel a little more comfortable? Because, in all honesty, they love having me being able to rep their armor. Dear God, do they hate having to, feel like they're panicked whenever they come into it. So, I was gonna build an Osprey, on my Corax character, which is my missiles character. And just kind of see what I could effectively get away with. And honestly, I don't know how, good or bad this is going to go. We're gonna do the standard thing of we're gonna start from the top slots and we're gonna move down. And that's where we're going to start at. So, first thing we're going to do is go to shields, remote shield boosting. And I don't know, how much do the, if I look at this one, how much does this even, boost? 338 HP within 72 kilometers? Whoa. Okay. That doesn't take too much. Versus, let's just look at a basic shield booster. 39. Alright, now, what about, a large? $675. I mean, everything we're flying nowadays has about 1,000 shields, so I mean, this would take you from about half to nearly full every 8 seconds. And look at that distance, 97 kilometers. Oh my god. I could stay so far out of combat. Can I fit 2 of those to be able to rep both of them? I could, but, look at that capacitor. 2 passes of this. 2 passes, and it's gone. Versus if I fit 2 mediums, how's that gonna look? Which, by the way, guys, you'll notice the face rig's a little more animated than it has been. While I've been away with medical issues, I have actually been trying to get it to where it's, things are gonna look better for you guys. So that's the same as a large, but my capacitor's still... Oof. So how are you supposed to do this, then? Maybe that's where maybe we need to get... Let's put on the larges. The scoped larges. Put 2 of them, and then let's build the capacitor around it. Let's start there. So, I remember where all can get capacitor stuff. It's engineering? I mean, even a medium cap battery, which, is huge. Maybe I need to be thinking about capacitor boosters. Maybe that's something I need to do. Is look into a different style of boosting. So we go look at charges. And we want to do, I don't quite have 400, so we'd look at, 200s. I'd have to basically have that constantly running. I mean, that's doable. Those are pretty darn cheap. I mean, because I love that range. dear God, do I love that range. If we put like a medium cap battery with that... Well, see, here's the thing. The cap batteries aren't making this any better. Like, they just aren't. So... Those give me more power grid to work with, but... So that takes down my capacitor, so again, once again, we don't want that. We want more capacitor, not less. I mean, maybe making it recharge faster? I mean, because that's really what it's going to come down to, is this capacitor is going to get eaten alive no matter what I do here. So maybe larges are just too big. They're just too big right now. So let's... in fact, I'm not even sure I could use larges. Like, I guess that would be a... Whoops, that's shield extenders. Remote shield boosters... I mean, so I could use larges. I mean, if I'm boosting one target, this right here is the same as running a large. And the capacitor's not necessarily that horrible. Like, we throw a cap battery on that, and... I'm not going to say we're stable, but I want to say we're at least... Yeah, we're in combat for almost a minute. And then we've got the capacitor boosters to be able to jump it up for... See, I don't think this takes into account this. Yeah, this doesn't take into account this. See, this is kind of the weird thing. Like, I don't know, like... Let me look at the benefits. The remote capacitor transmitter. Okay. Remote cap. All asymmetric, partial. These aren't, like, what's just a base? Within 38 kilometers, I can give 90 points. In 46 kilometers, I can give 108 points. See, I think I'd rather have that one. This one's within 44, so yeah, this one looks like it's going to be our go-to. This right here is 312, so I mean, I can basically immediately refill someone's capacitor. I like the idea of being able to keep someone's capacitor going, just because, like, Jin, for instance, he has an issue with his capacitor just deading out on him. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Like, his capacitor just dies with the ship he's usually flying. So I like the idea of having that. Alright, so we've got a couple of missile slots and such that we could work with. I kind of like the idea of actually having a little bit of DPS. So that it's not just me reliant on them dealing damage. I can actually fight too. Because that has been one thing that I've Not gonna lie, I've been a little bit annoyed with the current babysitter builds that I can't fight with them. Like, I can if I take off some of the babysitting builds, but in all honesty, they usually need it. So, like, let's just look at this. 26 km. I mean, if something's getting on top of me, this will allow me to fight back, at least. I mean, I could extend this too if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to. This is if something gets on top of me, I need to be able to fight. So, I mean, I have a turret slot. No, we'll stick with missiles. We got all the skills for missiles. And then, like, now we need to start looking at our actual, like, high slots. You're done. These are within 72, so I need to get, like, a signal amplifier. Yeah, a singular signal amplifier will, or actually, hang on. Yeah, that'll work. Put that on there. Is that right? 71 without? So actually, I don't need it, really. Like, because the targeting is within 71.8, so, I mean, you don't even really need it. Okay, well, as Jin would say, we need a get the fuck away item. So, let's look at a... Look at something that allow us to get away. There's our getaway potential, which is 1,377. Also allows us to get into combat, worst case comes to worst. But we don't want to really use that if we don't have to. Ooh. I mean, what's the difference here besides... So, 3.9 versus 2.6. I mean, what else could I fit in there that I would want to fit in there? Because I'm not expecting to be in combat. That's kind of the thing. Like, I think I want to add another one of these. Unfit the charges. I think I want to fit another one of those so that I can basically... I can boost up... Oh, okay, so I don't have to... Because these right here, like... running, like, if I alternate them, like, I have one go, and then I let it get about halfway, then I have the other go, I'm at permanent capacitor. I'm at permanently full capacitor, I believe. Because right now it depletes, even running the micro warp drive in 30 seconds, these are 12-second timers. I mean, we're looking at expensive, yes, but it's doable. Now, for this build, by the way, guys, because I didn't take the time to look anything up, I'm literally just building this by the seat of my pants. And the reason I wanted to do it this way, in all honesty, was because, I don't know, I kind of like the look of the ship, and I kind of want to make it mine. So, what are these? Inertia stabilizers? What does this do? What skill goes up when I look at this? What even are these? Align times, inertia modifier. I don't know what inertia modifier is. What's an overdrive? What's an overdrive? What do you do? Oh, that makes me really fast. Warp accelerators makes my warp time. Or makes me warp faster. Not warp time. Like, it decreases warp time by making me warp faster. This is a stab, which I know what a stab does. Stabs make it to where when someone goes to warp scram me, I don't have to worry about it. I can warp off. Problem is, we're doing rats, so kind of useless. There's harvesting equipment? Oh, mining upgrades. Okay. I was like, what harvesting equipment is there for mid and low? Engineering. That's capacitor stuff, right? See, I kind of want to get something that's going to make the capacitor bigger, or at least recharge a little faster, because, like, What does that do? Like... What does this actually do? Because that looks like that raises, like, everything. Tributes, capacitor recharge rate bonus, power grid bonus, shield hit points bonus, a capacitor capacity bonus. Okay. That kind of sounds like exactly what I want, all rolled into one. Now, which one does it better? And do I even have this? That would even be a better question. Do I have the skills to be able to use it? Yes, I do. Okay. I get more capacitor out of that. Actually, no, I'm technically losing capacitor. Good morning, user.
Morning.
How's Bibbs this morning?
Doing alright.
So what's a reactor control unit? Let's see. Capacitor, so these are same essential thing, just it apparently doesn't work with this rig. So, okay.
Are we recording?
Yes, we are recording. New Alpha to Omega.
You just weren't in the recording room, so I was like,
Yeah, no, I know. I was kind of hoping somebody would hop on so I could chat with them. So, thank you for being that somebody.
You're welcome. But just got done watching some people continuing the Minecraft Sky Factory, and it's like, nothing's more annoying than when you know just a little bit more than they do about the stuff, and you watch them fail around a bunch of it.
Yep. You know what we could do? I mean, now granted, this right here would probably get us killed in the long run, but we'd make more money off it. We could fit analyzers on this rig. Take off the cat battery, put a data and relic analyzer on it, take off one of the missiles, and fit a scanner. Like, in the long run, when Jen and them aren't around, we could do exploration. Nah, I'll make an exploration ship. So, what is this? Boost amplifier? Shield boost okay. Focuses and amplifies the efficiency of shield boosting modules. So, like, okay, right now these heal 338. I put this sucker on here. 338. An 8. An 8. So, effectively, that's not what I was hoping. Darn it. Like, what does this even do? Oh, okay, boost the efficiency of the recharge rate of my shields. Which, that again doesn't do what I need it to do. That's kind of where we sit. Is the stuff that I'm looking at right now doesn't do what we need it to do. Like, can I fit like a large cat battery on this? No. Be awesome if I could, but no. What about a medium? Like, that's an additional 10 seconds. Like, am I looking at this wrong? I think I'm looking at this wrong. I may have been looking at this wrong this whole time. Because, like, let's say I slap this bad boy in here. And what is this? What is this? Cap recharger? Take that out of there, slap another one of these bad boys in there. Yeah, never mind. Like, we take 2 of these out, put a large cat battery? No. Because, like, if I'm looking at this wrong... See, now this is where I... and guys, feel free to comment below if, like, maybe I'm thinking of this in the wrong terms. Like, I look at that, and that first number doubles. Capacitor capacity doubles. Capacitor recharge rate stays the same. And the usage stays the same. But if I'm doubling the capacity, should this not go up? Like, that would be the theory, wouldn't it? Right, Bibbs? I double or triple the capacitor. Like, in theory, the when it depletes in should go up, right?
Yeah, right? Sounds right.
I mean, it sounds right. That's kind of the problem where I'm at, though, is like, these things sound right, but from what I'm looking at, it's not right. Can I get even a Type 2 recharger? I can in 14 hours. Can I use I can use a Type 1, right? Yeah, okay. So let's use Type 1. I mean, I slap that on there, it recharges in 242 seconds. But we're not really worried about recharge rate, because the thing is, we're going to be running these cyclers, alternating them. And as long as we're alternating them, theoretically we shouldn't run out of capacitor. Because if it runs out in 40 seconds, these cycle every 12, and I have them staggered, theoretically we should always have at least 200 running, and not all these things are going to be constantly running. I mean, in all honesty, I'm only going to run this when Jin needs it. Like, that's a when Jin needs it kind of thing. We're not gonna have that on constantly. The micro warp drive, again, not gonna have it on constantly. So, I mean, just looking at that right there, theoretically, we could stay in combat for a minute 4. I mean, this makes it recharge a lot faster. This drops 60 seconds off it. This drops almost 70 seconds off it. So we'll throw one of those on there. I don't know. Throw one of these, one of this, maybe some of that. And you guys can tell me if I'm doing this, like, really stupidly. I will totally accept that right now, because I know for a fact that, like, just generally looking at this, like, I am not doing this correctly. See, I feel like there should be something that I could have on here that effectively would make it to where, like, my shields and such, like, I can boost further. Bibbs, am I wrong in that?
I understand very little of what you're actually talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I give more input, but I never understood enough of how the mechanics of EVE work to last long enough.
Oh, you're fine, bud. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to, like, put you on the spot there and have to make you have to admit that you don't know anything. I mean, what? Sorry.
Hence why I gave up on EVE. For now.
For now. You'll come back. You always do. I mean, technically I could put... I mean, here's the thing. I always complain that, you know, a lot of my ships don't have an armor repairer. Should I fit an armor repairer to this? That's a question for you, Bibbs.
Say the question again, then.
I always complain that my ships never have an armor repairer. Should I fit an armor repairer to this?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's something that you're constantly having an issue with.
Well, and that's the thing is it is something I always have an issue with, but at the same time, it's while it is, it's at the same time it's not exactly like I'm not planning on being in combat with this ship at all. Like, to be perfectly honest, I'm planning on staying the hell out of combat. Okay, so there's nothing for. This is why I don't like. This is the only reason I don't like Caldari ships. Like, and I've tried. I've tried to figure out good ways to make these things work as best I can. But there are some things that just like when I look at it and go, "What the hell? Why is this like this?" And then I realize like the things I'm suggesting it run may or may not be actually what I'm wanting them to do. See, like, this makes it to where my capacitor recharges faster. But it doesn't actually add any time. So, none of those are really gonna be... What does this do? What does that actually even do? Electronic warfare strength modifier 5%. Okay, we're not doing any electronic warfare, so that's definitely not needed. We're not using projectiles, so that's not needed. I mean, we're not going to be targeting things. I mean, I get some drones. Like, I guess let's look at that. Let's look at drones. Can I get shield boosting drones? Is that a thing? Combat utility? No. No, it'd be logistics. Medium shield maintenance. Medium. So there is such a thing as a medium shield maintenance. It's like it may be locked behind Omega Wall again. Yep, it is. Okay. I was hoping against hope on that one, but... So let's just do some light scouts, just some... Hob ones. So, again, we're not planning on being the DPS, we're just planning on having a... Ah, get away from me! So... And that only takes those up to 34, so I mean, like, that would still allow me to pepper from the outside of combat. So maybe that's what I need to do. I need to look at that, and then we'll go and we'll put the... We'll put this on there. I mean, I recharge... In 201 seconds, I recharge my capacitor. You know, like, in all honesty, is there a way to get my capacitor to just be bigger? Like, just flat out bigger. Because, like, the idea would be if I could get my capacitor just to be bigger. Like, that makes it bigger. Not much, though, right? Where even was that? I mean... We're not planning on having these running constantly. That's 34 with that. Destroy this. Takes it down to 30. That was this one. That takes it up to 34. This one, I think, takes it back down to 30. Yeah, so... I mean, if we put 2 of these in there... I mean... And then we change our rechargers to 400s. I mean, this build's stable. Being able to constantly boost and fire. And then, like, if we turn on the micro warp drive, that's when we have issues. But we're not planning on being close enough to have to turn that thing on. So there we go. I mean, that right there, that's a stable build. There you go, guys. I mean, that's going to be our Osprey. Estimated cost 16.8, so I'd probably estimate 18.9 with ammo and everything. Because you're going to think you have to buy ammunition for these and these Navy cap boosters. So, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.